So for those of you who are unaware, Colorado has recently been trying to ban freedom. That's it. There's nothing really more that needs to be said about it. But we're going to, because it's kind of outrageous and no one really knows what to think of it, especially in a state where most of it is rural, right? Like living in Texas, if you try to make Austin-based laws in West Texas, you're probably going to get some red dirt thrown at you, and then they'll offer you a beer after and try to slap some sense into you. That's how that would go. That's essentially what they're doing here. They're taking Boulder, they're taking Denver, and they're saying, oh, well, the whole state needs to be like this. Newsflash. No state anywhere needs to have gun laws. No state anywhere needs to be unrealistic about what affects this nation. And it's not gun violence. And you know, one of the people who were in charge of taking freedom away from Colorado is this guy by the name of Senator Tom Sullivan. Now look, his son was murdered in the Aurora theater shooting. And I can sympathize with people who have lost people for no good reason, right? Or just losing someone in general. But it's kind of like somebody saying, well, you know what, I lost my kid in a plane crash, so we just need to ban flying in the United States. Get rid of airplanes because I was personally affected by it. Look, everybody feels sorry for you, sir. What happened to your son wasn't right. We don't agree with that. But your motivation now to just completely ban the Second Amendment in Colorado, it's misplaced. Your son is an unfortunate statistic. That's simply what it comes down to. So if you've been living under a rock, Colorado is trying to ban assault weapons. And you know, I just started playing Call of Duty, I was gonna say World of Warfare, Modern Warfare 3, there we go. And in the game, they literally call one of the weapons assault weapons. Who's the maker of that game? Can we change that? Can we all have a vote to change that? Because I imagine that's not helping gun control right now. It's working against us because I imagine some of these senators play that game and they look at it and they say, oh, assault weapons. I heard Joe Biden say that the other day. Are these legal? It's not helping us. Anyways, Colorado already passed the assault weapons ban through the House. And this guy, Senator Tom Sullivan, is obviously in the Senate, and he may be the very reason why it passes. And then if it goes further, it's got an even better chance of passing. Take a listen to who Tom Sullivan is. He has already helped pass red flag laws in Colorado. I don't know why I keep wanting to say California. You ever seen that guy down in Colorado? All right, I'm done.
I see things differently. I hear things differently.
Sullivan pushed for a ban on high-capacity magazines after his son's death. Now he's a lawmaker. He wants parents to remember how they felt yesterday when they learned about the shooting.
I would challenge you to keep those text messages, look at those, remember that, and then you need to decide what you want to do. Do you want to live like that, every day, or do you want to do something about it?
He says we need to have a conversation after the shooting and the credible threat in April when a teen flew from Florida to Colorado, bought a gun, kept more than 500,000 kids out of school, then killed herself.
They all, revolve around, the same thing. It's the easy access to firearms.
He wants to see a discussion around raising the legal age to purchase firearms, but he knows it wouldn't have prevented yesterday's shooting.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Look, so obviously he has a personal motivation to punish America. I know some of y'all think that what you're doing is right. You truly believe that. The problem is that you're trying to make change on something that literally affects less than 1% of America. If you want to actually make some change in America, focus on an issue that legitimately is causing havoc in America. That's what a logical person would do. Got some big news from my favorite coffee company and the official coffee of Heavy Duty Country, Blackout Coffee. I already popped this thing open. They just came out with their premium instant coffee. Now, I gotta tell you, this stuff is great when I'm traveling, great when I'm in a rush, comes in these little packets, and like always, it's got the blackout guarantee behind it. As I showed you, they got these new mugs, new shirts, and if you didn't know yet, they have their investment campaign going on right now. The first one was very successful. A lot of you are part owners of Blackout, and you can still do it. There's going to be a link below the video if you want to be a part owner of your favorite coffee. If not, there's always a discount code below the video for some amazing coffee. But have a listen to this assault weapons ban stuff.
So it voted out of the Colorado House, made it through the House. Now it heads to the Senate. Lisa D'Souza is live for us, breaking down kind of the next steps here, Lisa, and where it's expected to face the toughest chance of getting through here.
Good morning. Well, really at this point, the Senate is expected to be a fairly big hurdle. So to break down what has happened so far, again, this is obviously passed out of the House in kind of a rare Sunday vote here at the Capitol. It passed 35 to 27. And here's the other component, is if it were to make it out of the State House altogether, well, the governor has yet to publicly support a measure like this. Last year, when something similar was brought up, he never offered public support. So a lot of questions as to if it could even potentially get vetoed or not. So let's break down the latest about this proposal here. It would largely ban the sale and transfer of semi-automatic weapons here in our state, with certain exceptions. Now, if it were to pass, it would join 10 other states that have similar laws in place.
I mean, what can we really say to this? No, thank you. Let me ask y'all a question. If you live in Colorado, one, and two, if you just live anywhere where this would be threatened, do they think people are just going to be like, oh, you passed an assault weapons ban? Here you go. Here is my assault weapon. I mean, seriously, if this happens, people should just write assault weapon on a piece of paper and hand it to them. That is a better definition of an assault weapon than the one you're describing. So here, take this instead of my AR-15, please. Seriously though, how do you all think it would go? What are you guys gonna go door to door? Because they've already tried this, right? Remember Illinois? Remember how many people reported that they had these? It was like millions or somewhere in that ballpark of gun owners that had to register them, had to report them, and only like a couple thousand did. I imagine it's gonna be pretty similar.
Illinois lawmakers recently made owning an assault weapon like an AK-47 or AR-15 illegal.
There's a lot of people that the Illinois State Police would have to go look for and give felonies to.
There is an exception. You can register your weapon by January to keep it. But Illinois State Police reports only 4,000 out of nearly 2.5 million gun card holders have registered.
But if you're in Colorado right now, what I would recommend is stock up. Get as much stuff as you can at the moment because, you know, it's a shame that we live in a society where this is the goal. We take the smallest issues in this country and we go like this and say, no, it's actually that big when it's actually that big.
That's what she said.
Where's Michael Scott when you need him? I mean, we got World War III around the corner here and we're sitting here trying to disarm our citizens. That will show them. I mean, what do you think China and Russia think? Can we remove America for a second? If you're the president of China, or if you're Putin, sorry, I don't know how to say the president of China's name, and all you see on the news over there is that America is adamantly trying to disarm Americans because of a couple of idiots that go and shoot up a place.